Hi everyone, this is Jay Harris coming to you from Tom's Trading Room, and in this video we're going to discuss another stock ranker, this time on Bollinger Bands. So let's go to the Stocks tab, put our cursor on Stock Rankers, and then left click on Bollinger. The Bollinger Band page populates. Off to the right you see the different wizards that can be used. It's defaulted to the short Bollinger Band only, lowest bandwidth. And with the lowest bandwidth, what we're looking for is what's called a Bollinger Band squeeze. Before we get into that, let's click on the Help button. Show you that there is a Bollinger Bands help page. It explains to you what Bollinger Bands are, how they're constructed, the different formulas that are used to create it. In the middle of the page you see the different wizards available, and at the very bottom it shows you a few of the trading strategies that traders have used in the past. Now you can find more background information, trading formations, patterns, and setups in John's book called Bollinger on Bollinger Bands. Let's click on the Bollinger Band page again, go back to the short Bollinger Band only lowest bandwidth, and then click on search. Now what Bollinger Bands is in a nutshell, folks, is Bollinger Bands or volatility bands, one on top and one below a means moving average line. And that means moving average is typically set to a 20-day simple moving average. Now the Bollinger Bands or the volatility bands, the one above and the one below, are typically set at 2 standard deviations away from that line. When it plots on the chart, what you're looking for is periods of expansion and contraction, where the bands expand and get real wide, and when they tighten up. Now this particular ranker, this wizard that we chose, is looking for the lowest bandwidth, and what we're looking for is a period of contraction, or where the Bollinger Bands are tightening up, or what's called squeezing. The premise behind this, folks, is periods of low volatility are usually followed by periods of high volatility. So if we can get a stock that has this contraction phase or this squeeze in place, we can then look to anticipate a breakout to the upside or the downside. Now I've clicked on search. 338 stocks were found, and it's again sorted by the lowest bandwidth percentage. Click on the chart. Don't click on pick. It just gives you a chart, but doesn't give you any capabilities to put any technical indicators on that chart. If you click on the line item here for chart, then a new page will populate with the chart for PHB in this case, and it has the Bollinger Bands on there. Now yours may not have the Bollinger Bands on there just yet. How do you find it? You go over to the Bands and Technical Indicators part of this page. It's usually going to say none, and this is what you will be faced with when you first click on that chart. How do I put the Bollinger Bands back on there? How do you do it? Again, go back to Bands and Technical Indicators, click on the price band, click on Bollinger Band, and then click Update, and you are set to go. When it populates, you'll see that there are periods of high volatility where the bands extract and get real wide, and there are periods of low volatility where the bands contract and set up that squeeze formation. It's at this point in time, folks, that we're looking for an either breakout to the upside or downside. One more time, let's go back to the Bollinger ranker now. Click on the chart. In this case, we chose the one for J and K. We've already selected Bollinger Bands in the Bands of Technical Indicators part of the page and updated it, so it will start populating now with the Bollinger Bands from here on out. Hope you found that educational and helpful. Find me at support@tomgentile.com, and I'll see you on future videos. Bye now.